Welcome back, Liberty basketball fans. Here we are today, playing the Lafayette Lancers. This is going to be a tight game. We've lost to them once this season. It was a close game. It was in that CVC tournament we played in just a few months ago. If you missed the last game we had on Tuesday against Zumwalt West, it was a astounding Liberty victory, propelling the Eagles to a soaring 10-2 record. One of the best in the GAC South, but if we're being honest, the GAC South, not crazy competition in there. I mean, Howell's got 8-3 record, but I mean, if we're looking at it, it's I don't know Central's record, but they're like 7-4, 7-5. I think.
We've definitely got some teams that, well, I'm not gonna say easy,
Zumwalt
but
West is 5-6 after our victory on them, and then Troy Buchanan, God bless their hearts, is 2-9. Not the best start to the basketball season for them. As we're ready to face off against the Lafayette Lancers tonight, they're 7-6 going into this competition. And you may hear that and go, easy game. But tell me why it's not, Wesley.
Lafayette is in one of the hardest districts that they can be in. We're facing probably one of the top teams in our area when it just kind of comes to like their play style. Sure, they may not have one guy like Badra where they're currently sitting at, 280 something points, like 284, right? But everyone of their team members, like everybody that's scoring, is statistically they're higher than ours.
Absolutely.
I mean,
for sure. I mean, if you look at one of their top scorer, who is that? What was his name? His name's Drew Pickering. Only 150 points, and he's got just above a 50% field goal percentage making. But he shoots a lot.
He does.
And they've got 5 guys who average 8 to 10 points a game, if not more. And that's what can propel them to big victories. And if we go back and let's take a look at their record. 7-2.
They've
7-6. But let's list off some of the teams that they've lost to. Parkview, who's really good this year. Webster Grove, also really good this year. DeSmet, really good this year. Francis Howell, who's pretty great this year. MICDS, one of the best private schools for basketball and sports just in general this year. But they've beaten teams like Ladue, Kirkwood, Webster Grove, all these really good teams. And then you put them up against Liberty, who's got a good record, but plays at a different level of competition compared to Lafayette. But we're in for a good game no matter what this evening. It's going to be an absolutely insane game. Talking to coaches, players, everyone's excited. Yeah. Everyone's excited for this rematch.
It was heartbreaking when we lost against them the first time. I mean, just heartbreaking. But Badra's really going to have to shine this game. He's got the highest points overall out of both teams. But man-to-man, they've got us beat when it comes to points on averages. They're sitting for like their top 6. They average out, besides Badra himself, they average out with more points than we do. 20 more points. We're sitting at like 90 to 80 to 70, 100, 100, 100. So it's going to be a very competitive game for our top defensive players to shut down any attempts.
And here's what's absolutely fascinating about the way Lafayette plays this basketball. They play so well as a unit, as one cohesive squad. With Liberty, we need standout players to win a game, right? So if we want to win today, we have to play well not only as a unit, but we have to have guys like Mason Meyer, Ty Nickerson. They need to step up tonight and play out of their minds this evening if we want to have a good, competitive, winnable game. Because this is a winnable game, but we have to play better than we have played all season. Let's go back to that North Point game, 65-30. I don't know the exact score, but it's in that range, right? We need to play like that again. We need to be that Liberty team, right?
We definitely are a team that is able to, when it comes down to it, we can compete. We have the players, we have the skill level. What it really is being able to implicate that in a team standing. If we've got Badra scoring all the points, that's great. But if we can't get the team dynamic to function this game, we're really going to struggle against a pack like Lafayette.
I couldn't agree more. Lafayette plays so well just together and, again, cohesively, like I said before. And if we can't have all of our guys group up and start playing like the team that they are, the family that they are here at Liberty, then we're going to have a struggle in this game. But I think it's possible. I think we can pull through. Is it going to be a challenge? Is it going to be tough? Is it going to be frustrating? Absolutely. But I think this is a very winnable game, and it could be quite the game to watch.
It's definitely going to be.
As we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll return momentarily. Pledge of Allegiance, sorry, the National Anthem. as we get ready for some Liberty Eagles basketball action here tonight, let's go over our starting lineup for the boys. We have Ty Nickerson, of course, Andrew Badra, Michael Buckley. He's not starting. God bless. Andrew Badra, Tyler Cook, Mason Meyer, Ty Nickerson. It will be a good game tonight. Coach Ludicky, the freshman squad coach, getting highlighted here this evening about his dedication towards Liberty High School.
He was a special ed teacher for 5 years. He's been teaching PE for the past 4 years. He is the 4-time squad game MVP, outscoring his opponents 112 points to 17. This is his 9th year as the head soccer coach and freshman basketball coach. His family, his wife, Madeline Ludicky, and his kids Elliot, Tatum, and Leo. In his free time, Coach Ludicky likes to spend time with his family, watch sports, and play golf. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Coach Tony Ludicky.
After highlighting Coach Tony Ludicky there, the freshman squad coach, leading them to an impressive 11-2 record so far this season. The freshman team has been playing dominantly as the boys get ready to go as Lafayette High School. We got Drew Osterman, number 1, coming out for. Along with number 2, Brady Misek. Number 15, Drew Pickering. Number 30. Number 30 isn't on my sheet. Is that Timothy Washington? Is it? Josh Pitney, sorry about that. And then number 33, Nolan Savoy. For your Liberty Eagles, Ty Nickerson, Andrew Badra, Tyler Cook, Teran Smith, and number 50, the big man Van Kozlowski.
Just watching the games before this one, the freshman and the JV game, Lafayette has been a dominant force on the court.
Oh, absolutely.
They came to compete in the Eagles' home territory and have been back-to-back compounding victories against both teams. So it will be, at this point, it's on the shoulders of the varsity to silence this roar that they're putting out. So it's not
2 back-to-back convincing victories for Lafayette here tonight. This is Liberty's first threat of being wiped this season. Wiped, of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, means that all 3 levels of play have been beaten by the opposing team. This hasn't happened to Liberty yet this year, as all teams have a very solid record. Very good basketball season this year for Liberty High School, as Van Kozlowski goes up there to face off against
number
33, Nolan Savoy. Jumps up a little early, and Van will win the faceoff straight to Teran. Teran looking around. He's got Cook, of course. When does he not? Cook at half court. Back to Badra. Already moving fast here this evening. Badra to Teran. Teran to Van. Van's on the wing over to Badra, who will push through the key and go up for 2, and he will be out. That'll be 2 shots for Andrew Badra early in the game, creating an opportunity early in the game. This is a great timing. This will help put Liberty on the board early. As a trend that they have. They score first, they tend to win. I mean, the last game obviously was a bit of an outlier in that, as Badra will make the first shot, leaning back, making sure it goes in, because of course him leaning back means it will go in. As Badra takes his second shot, play resumes. It's good. Liberty up 2-0. 7:41 left on the clock. As Nolan Savoy with the ball now passes back to number 1, Drew Osterman. Osterman, an interesting guy. He averages about 8 points a game, but has 100 so far on the season. As he'll pass over to number 2. I got to memorize. Brady Misek. Misek ends up passing to Nolan Savoy. Nolan Savoy to back to Misek. Misek exiting the key. The ball, and that is a charging on Andrew Badra, and Brady Misek will have the ball.
Brady Misek's had a really good season so far, sitting at 88 points, he's averaging about 7 a game. Really strong player.
He is. Pass will be from Osterman to Misek. Misek over to Savoy. Savoy looking for his open man. He's got it in Pickering. Pickering back to Savoy. Savoy shoots. No good for three as Ty Nickerson will get the rebound. Moving up. Cook with the ball now. Cook to Badra. Badra, good pass over to Nickerson. Nickerson up the middle for two, and he will not have it as it bounces in and out of the rim. Aggressive play here from Liberty to start, as Ty Nickerson will have two after a foul on number 2, Brady Misek. The first shot is good. So we get set and ready here. Ty Nickerson, not a man to miss his field goals very often. I say it, of course, there we go. As Lafayette will take back over. Brady Savoy with the ball now. Savoy has an open man, and Drew Osterman. Osterman looking for an open guy. He's got it in Pickering. Pickering, a big man, goes up for two, and he's got it. 3-2, Liberty still on top here.
So just to kind of touch up on this real quick, something we learned last game, the differences between just kind of terminology for basketball. We're still
absolutely,
we're
as
still
Pickerman
learning about
here
it.
gets ready for his first shot. It's good, and play will resume. Van Kozlowski with it, hands it off to Cook. Cook to Turan. Turan has an open man in Van. Oh, reliable, the big man over to Ty Nickerson, a fellow big guy, and he's got it for three. Liberty up 6-3.
Is field goals.
It's Brady Savoy pushes up the middle with a good pass over to Brady Misek. Sorry, is it Brady Misek? It is Brady Misek. Brady Misek will miss the shot as Pickering will try and go for it, but it's picked off by number 30, Josh Pitney. Over to Brady Misek. Misek over to Savoy. Savoy pushes through the key. Fumble a little over to Drew Osterman. Osterman out to Brady Misek. Brady Misek for three, and he's got it. Tie game, 6-6. Tyler Cook charging down court here, slowing his pace as he gets to the key. Tyler Cook with a good pass to a wide open Van Kozlowski who'll go up for two. Beautiful job getting open by Van right there. Wow.
Good performance so far. Both teams really keep an edge to edge with each other.
I couldn't agree more. As Brady Savoy passes over to number 2, Brady Misek. Good. On that is Nolan Savoy. My apologies. Getting first names mixed up.
They're competitively or defensively, they're really strong.
And that'll be out on Lafayette as it's picked off by number 1, Drew Osterman.
They're really strong at being able to break through both teams' defenses. But on the defensive side, they're kind of struggling.
Lafayette's defense is usually quite strong, but hasn't shown good value. Oh, and a pick from Drew Osterman. And he have himself no. Van Kozlowski playing great defense there. That'll be 2 shots for Drew Osterman. Prevents the layup.
They must have heard us say something.
They did.
But, yeah, defensively, excluding that play right there, kind of struggling. Points up on the board pretty early.
Game tied here, 8-8 as he takes his first shot, and it's no good. And Landon Johnson will go in for Van Kozlowski. Van already put up a couple of points here for Liberty. Good on him. Drew Osterman will take his second shot. He has pretty good field goal percentage, and he'll make his second one after missing the first. The guest Lafayette will be up 9-8. White with the ball now, Liberty Eagles. Over to Turan. Turan moving around the key, passes deep to Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook back for three. Swish! Liberty up 11-9, and back to black with the ball now. The Lafayette Lancers.
It's a very
Nolan Savoy, the pass is, I don't know how to explain that, hit by Pickering and straight to Turan. Over to Tyler Cook. Turan through the key, goes up for two. No good. Rebound by Nolan Savoy. Over to number 2, Brady Misek. Misek, a good shooter. That's why Turan's playing such good defense. Over to Nolan Savoy, another good shooter. Lafayette filled with good shooters. The ball will be deflected by Landon Johnson, picked up by Ty Nickerson. Over to Tyler Cook. I feel like Tyler Cook's a great guy to just move across the court at this point in time.
He's small, he's nimble, he's able to get through defensive lines really easily.
Travels very well as Badra goes up for 2 from the free throw line. It rolls in. Liberty up 13-9 here early.
Drew Pickering, really good year so far. 148 points, averages about 11 a game. He's definitely their dominant player.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. As number 30, Josh Pitney, with the ball, passes over to Nolan Savoy. Savoy getting covered hard by Turan. Turan, can see him out there, he's moving. This is his first varsity start, I believe, at home. As Brady Misek will get the rebound, and Landon Johnson will grab the ball. And that'll be a penalty on number 23 for, 32, Landon Johnson. As Mason Meyer will get ready to sub in. Another threat shooting-wise for Liberty is Mason Meyer. Having an astounding junior campaign so far this year. Mason Meyer, 106 points, averages 9 a game. Doesn't miss threes very often. It's truly impressive to watch him play, as well as Karan Price headed in. He's only got 34 points, but moves the ball extremely well when need be. Very nimble guy. As Brady Misek will take his second foul shot, or penalty shot. And it'll bounce out, no good. As Karan Price will start charging down court over to Andrew Badra. Andrew Badra reads over to Karan. Karan, good pass to Ty Nickerson. Ty Nickerson from the top of the key. Bounces out over to Drew Pickering. Pickering over to Brady Misek. Misek to Osterman. Osterman to number 5. Otis Goldcamp.
Early in the game, we're still in the first period, but right now,
as number 32, Derek Jeffries will come in alongside number 4.
I mean, defensively, Mason, we're looking at a team, like you said, is strong. They were struggling the first couple of minutes, but now they're holding pretty strong. Points have not kept to the same tempo as they were before.
Yeah, I personally wasn't expecting Liberty to come out this strong as Badra goes for 2, but doesn't have it. Pickering with the ball now. Liberty came out stronger than I was expecting. Mason Myers with an interception, and it rolls out. Oh, that's frustrating there. Liberty getting a stop on defense is big, though, but Lafayette will have the ball. Number 2, Brady Misek over to number 4, Vardaman, sorry. It's his first appearance in the game so far. Over to Otis Goldcamp. Goldcamp over to Derek Jeffries. Jeffries back to Goldcamp. Goldcamp to Misek. Back to Goldcamp. Goldcamp over to Pickering. Pickering getting double covered. Landon Johnson will fall on top of the ball. Who comes up with it? I believe that's Liberty.
They're really...
No. Lafayette will come up with the ball here.
Strong in their passing game. Almost a little too strong. Almost afraid to get down and dirty with the shot where
hard
it matters
pass
so far.
To Vardaman. Misek for 3 from the wing, and it's in. Tie game, 13-13 with 2 minutes left here in the first. Karan Price. Smith looking for something here. Smith moving in, pushes. Good pass. Myers shoots for 3, no good. Rebound by Landon Johnson. Landon Johnson up for 2. It bounces out, and it'll be grabbed by Drew Pickering. Pickering to Misek. As they start moving down the court once more over to Derek Jeffries. Jeffries back to Misek.
I'd almost say Pickering is their version of Tyler Cook. Able to move the ball really well, small and nimble enough.
No, Pickering's huge. Look at him, he's the same size as Johnson, and he's bending over. You're looking at the wrong guy.
Yeah, misread my numbers there.
Shot bricked by Otis Goldcamp.
Sorry, I meant Misek.
Over to Misek. Misek for 3. It's swished in there. 118. It's 118 left on the clock here. 16-13. Lancers up. The Eagles. Ty Nickerson pushing in. Good pass to Landon Johnson. Badra trying to get open. Otis Goldcamp playing good defense. Badra. Good pass to Karan. Karan over to Meyer. Meyer back to Badra. Badra pushes straight through Otis Goldcamp.
Time's ticking. They got to get something going.
Ty Nickerson with the ball now pushes through the key. Good pass to Karan. Karan over to Meyer. Meyer to Johnson. Johnson to Karan. Karan for 3. Bounces out Badra with the rebound. And that is a play.
A convincing lead for the Eagles would do really well for them moving on to the second period. But sitting at a tie game or losing or down by 3 right now with 31 seconds on the board, it's going to be a struggle digging back up. Lafayette is not one to make a whole lot of mistakes and allow it to be compounded on them. So it's going to have to be quick, easy points just stacking up against them.
I couldn't agree more as Terrence Smith is back in the game now. Badra pushing through the key through Lafayette's defense. In shambles with that move. He's got 2. He's fired up. You can see it in his face. 15-16 with 16 seconds to go. Over to Vardaman. Vardaman to Goldcamp. Goldcamp back to Vardaman. Vardaman to Misek. Misek for 3. It's no good. Badra with the rebound. Charging down the court. He's up for 3. It bounces in. That's 3 for Badra. The doe only 2. Turns out his foot was in front of the line. 17-16 as we go into the second quarter here. Welcome back, Eagles fans. What a good first quarter.
Strong.
Liberty Eagles currently up by 1, 17-16, action-packed first quarter. Andrew fired up. You can see it in their eyes. You can see the emotion on everybody's face. Everyone's playing hard. And that's what you got to love about this game.
I mean, definitely came in swinging right there. 17-16. Not exactly, a massive start. It's not 30 points, not 20 points. But it gets a team like Lafayette being able to go man-to-man, toe-to-toe with them convincingly. Not being down by 5 points. We're up.
This game is going to come down to 1 or 2 defensive stops, and that's going to be it. This is going to be a tight game, ladies and gentlemen. Here tonight, I'd stay tuned for the whole thing as we get ready to head back into the second quarter here. It's something to look out for. Badra scoring a lot. He's got himself a good number of points. Van Kozlowski playing well again. Mason Meyer. Karan Price starting to shoot a little more, feeling a bit more comfortable as a sophomore on the varsity level as we resume play here in the second.
I mean, we're looking at a team that's really good at shooting, but we've only seen them allowing shots to be taken by a couple of players. So Misek for one of them. It's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to the play style that they're facing.
I completely agree with that because Liberty's playing more aggressive than I've seen them play in quite a while, especially against this level of competition. I mean, against North Point, obviously, yes, we're playing like this, but that's because North Point is, I hate to say it, but god-awful this year when it comes to sports, and especially basketball. And we played like we knew we were going to play against them as a Drew Vaderman went straight into the Dylan Vaderman. Well, Vardaman, I keep saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. Runs straight into the cheer squad.
I mean,
Liberty will get the ball back.
You are right about playing aggressively. They're definitely got a very dominant stance on the court right now.
Johnson looking for an open man. Tyler Cook wide open, goes for 3. No good.
Just being able.
And that is a penalty on Landon Johnson just for pushing. Coach Soderman in disbelief at this call. Has no idea where this came from.
Being able to restrict Lafayette to small point percentages, small gains.
Absolutely, as Osterman gets going here. Let's see what we.
It's necessary.
Absolutely, it's a necessary evil, almost to let Lafayette get a couple of points up there, but at the same time, that creates opportunities for Liberty, as Van Kozlowski will have the ball.
When they score, they're starting to. I mean, we're still early in the game, but they're slow to recover. We're getting the ball to like Badger or Cook and charging it up the court. When they score, taking advantage of opportunity like we haven't had in a while.
Absolutely, as Ethan Tran now covering Van Kozlowski. Tran and Van, and that is a penalty foul on the Eagles, as Ethan Tran will have the ball. Over to Osterman. Osterman getting covered by Ty Nickerson. Good pass over to number 30, Pitney. Pitney to 22 to Osterman. Osterman over to 32. Over to Osterman. Over to a wide open number 22, Owen Jury. Owen Jury with a deep pass to number 32, Derek Jeffries. Derek Jeffries over to Osterman. Osterman to number 30. Over to Owen Jury for 3. That would be his 17th point of the season. Or, sorry, 15th point of the season. And Ty Nickerson with an easy layup to tie the game, 19-19.
Jury hasn't had a lot of time playing by the looks of things, but he's definitely right now taking advantage of it. Just stacking points up. Again, with the lack of dominance almost that we're seeing from them, the aggressiveness just really isn't there right now for Lafayette. Ball to ball, man to man, it's not connecting. They're not charging like
They look tired.
they do. They're playing like we're last 3 minutes and they're up by 50.
They're playing like it's a for sure victory, even though it's
It's similar to what the Eagles pulled against Washington for our homecoming football game, where we were overconfident about victory.
Don't remind me about
where
that
they're
game.
overconfident about theirs, but it's gonna cost them if they keep playing like this.
Correct, with Owen Jury passing over to Drew Osterman. No good, Van Kozlowski with the rebound for the Eagles over to Tyler Cook. Starts moving his way down the court. Cook over to Meyer. Meyer fakes the shot pass to Kozlowski over to Nickerson. Nickerson playing defensively over to Badra. 30 covering 30. Pitney on Badra. Van attempts to set a screen. It's no good. Tyler Cook with the ball now. Handoff to Andrew Badra. Badra to Meyer. Meyer draws a penalty on number 22, Josh Pitney.
Well, where they are lacking in offense, they're still holding their position really well when it comes to defensively. Great coverage, fast movements, good decision making. So they're definitely making up for the offensive lack and other areas.
Absolutely is Badra for three. It's no good from the wing, but the rebound is knocked towards us. But Ty Nickerson still comes up with it. Back over to Andrew Badra. Andrew Badra to Nickerson. Nickerson just trying to move the ball now. That'll be a travel on the Eagles.
Pickerson, he's sitting at the highest points he's had. He's had a fantastic year. His field goal percentage right now is 51. He's making more than half of his shots. His free throw percentage is 68. He's a really accurate player who is able to make the most of his time on the court.
Sadly, he's not out there right now as Jackson Law currently has the ball. What a cool name, Jackson Law. Drew Osterman over to number 30, Josh Nittany. It bounces out. Tyler Cook over to Van Kozlowski on the accidental pass. Who gets the ball? And that'll be a Lafayette ball. Ethan Tran starts with it now. The pass over to Jackson Law. Jackson Law back over to number 22, Derek Jeffries. Over to Jackson Law. Jackson Law getting covered by Badra. Over to Osterman. Osterman to Tran. Good pass. Tran up for two. Nickerson keeps it in bounds for the Eagles. The ball go to Tyler Cook. 12-on-12 here. Jackson Law versus Tyler Cook over to Van Kozlowski. Big man Van passes to Cook. Good screen. Cook goes up for two. Nope, it's a pass. So that it's deflected, then it's intercepted. The layup is no good.
Very aggressive play from Badra, like we've been seeing all game. Fantastic player, making most of his opportunity.
Hard pass to Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook for three from the wing, and it soars in. Another three for your Liberty Eagles, 22-19.
Something that I've noticed with Lafayette, they're playing with some of their lower tier players. They've got Owen Jury with a total of 14, Ethan Tran with 11.
Look at the defensive numbers on those guys. Trust me, it's good. Ethan Tran goes up for two. It's no good, and the Eagles will have the ball back. Lafayette plays well as a unit. Remember that.
They do.
They just
do
need
play
guys
well
to
as
move
a
the
unit.
ball.
It's just, again, they're holding well defensively. They're keeping the game close. But with the Eagles, what we've seen with the last couple of sports, we're a definite second half team. We're able to
Cook for three, and it's in. Back-to-back shots from Tyler Cook.
We're able to come in swinging. We can, finish the game out well, even to the last quarter. And if they're playing slow right now, it's gonna be a hard fight back up.
Absolutely, 25-19. as Ethan Tran with the ball. Hasn't made a shot yet this evening. Drew Osterman, good pass to Jackson Law, but it's knocked out by Tyler Meyer, and that'll be a pushing. And that'll be Lafayette's ball. Aggressive play. The Eagles know what is on the line for this game, and that would be an 11-2 record is what they're hoping for if they win this one. 10-3 is what they'll fall to. Obviously, they're looking for hopefully good seedings when it comes to GA season. State making a playoff push. As number 33 will have the ball. Nolan Savoy, he's back in the game. Along with number 2, Brady Misek, getting ready to sub in. Savoy over to Osterman. Osterman back to Savoy. Savoy getting double coverage. Leaving Osterman wide open for 3. It's no good. As Teran Smith will come up with the rebound, passing back to Karan Price. Karan Smith, sorry. Or is it Price or Smith? Oh, it is Karan Price. I was right.
Savoy, someone that they just subbed in as they put in Misek. Savoy is doing good this year. He's 3rd on the team, 96 points. He's averaging 8. He's made 37% of his field goals, but he's really, he's a good scoring player. He gets opportunities and taking advantage of them.
He does as Karan Price moves back towards half court looking for an open man. He's got it in Landon Johnson. Johnson back to Price. Price at the top of the key over to Teran. Teran looking the other direction now. Over to Badra. Badra fakes Josh Pitney. Over to Ty Nickerson. Pushes through. Out to Karan. Good defense by the Lafayette Lancers.
Very strong defensively. The struggle that we saw in the first 4 minutes of the game is gone. They're confident. They know what they're doing. They have the players they need to hold. They just need a couple more points on the board to make it convincing.
Absolutely. As Teran Smith will throw the ball in to a wide open Karan Price. Over to Andrew Badra. Badra for 3. Deep shot is good. Liberty Eagles up 28-19. Minute 17 left in the half. Getting aggressive out there now. Number 33, Nolan Savoy. Number 2, Brady Misek. Over to number 12, Jackson Law. Back to Misek. Misek to Savoy. Savoy pushing through. Over to number 12, Jackson Law. He's got himself 3 points. We have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 28-22.
I feel like they're listening because every time I say something, it happens.
Speaking it into existence, you are Wesley. It's Ty Nickerson with the ball now. One-on-one with Savoy. Who's going to win? It'll be a pass back to Badra. Never mind. Pitney playing good defense. Number 40 in the game now. Will Staggs. Over to Teran. Teran to Badra. Badra up for 2. It's good! Your Eagles are up 30-22. Number 40, Will Staggs will have a penalty, and this will be a free throw for Andrew Badra. He gets 1 shot here to add another point to Liberty's lead, putting them up by 9 here, possibly. Badra not one to miss these, and he will continue that trend. Makes another beautiful free throw.
I mean, making 92% of your free throws definitely helps with
absolutely.
getting college offers.
Andrew Badra in his senior year looking to put on a show, maybe get to go play some college ball somewhere. Nolan Savoy now goes up for 2. It's no good. Van Kozlowski there. Andrew Badra fumbles. He picks it back up. Running back to the Liberty line. The buzzer beater. No good. As we enter halftime. What an electric first half. Going up is so important right now for the Eagles, and staying up, they have to stay aggressive. This is the Eagles. This is how they play ball. And if they stay up like this for the rest of the game, we're going to have a beautiful game.
Holding a high perch above Lafayette is going to be how we win this, in keeping it.
Absolutely.
If they get close, we have to dash again. Defensively, Lafayette is playing fantastic. Offensively, the struggle is there, but they're still competing. The score does not tell how difficult it is for the Eagles to keep their point. Shots are missing, but defensively, both teams are strong.
Absolutely. Been beautiful so far. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back after half. I'm Mason Molitor, and this is my partner.
And I'm Wesley Bartlow. See you guys after half. Bye.
Welcome back, Liberty Eagles fans. If we have 4.5 minutes here left in halftime, the teams will get ready to come back on out onto the court. Lafayette down 32-22. Your Eagles are on top here tonight. The prediction is that Lafayette's going to play a lot better this half, and I think that's going to be the case.
We've been seeing a lot of their defensive players that really don't, on the statistics side, they haven't had a lot of playing time. And so it'll be interesting to see if they come out full force with an offensive side of things, because right now, 32-22 against a team like that, it don't look pretty.
I mean, for Lafayette's case, they beat us once this year.
They did.
I mean, we came out in the second half of our last game against them and absolutely crapped our pants and just got blown out. So I'm assuming they expected the same thing going into this game, and it's just not happening that way.
Overconfidence has killed a lot of teams. We've had it with our football
It's happened
team.
to us. Yeah, it's happened to us before, for sure.
So
It almost happened to us again a couple of nights ago against Fort Zumwalt West, but we stayed on top there.
it's going to be on the Eagles side of things, keeping the confidence, keeping the hard work that we're seeing. The strain on their faces has to be consistent all game. They can't get comfortable.
Absolutely.
No.
Lafayette starts shooting around, makes 1 of 3.
No lead is guaranteed right now, as
Like 8 of 12.
As-
Sorry, 1 of 12.
there's
Lafayette
2.
make the 2, 3, 4, 5. Lafayette's shooters getting loose here again. Some of the defensive guys just shooting around a little bit.
So
Coach talking to the starting boys, number 4, number 30, number 15, and number 1. Give you those names here just a sec. My roster was wrong, so I took a picture of a different one. Vardman, Pitney, Jeffrey, Savoy, maybe even Boyette will get some time out there, along with Jackson Law. What a name.
Vardman is a very consistent player. 67 overall. He's averaging 5 a game, but he's got a good percentage. He's made exactly 50% of his field goals.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it's been a competitive game so far. Been very exciting to watch.
So it's going to be...
There's a quick little score discrepancy in front of us because the scoreboard said 32, but the book said 31, and they can't overrule that. Lafayette coach gets the score fixed. Liberty only up by 9. Interesting.
Necessity for Lafayette. Strong offensive start. Keep the Eagles
On their
guessing.
toes. You got to keep the Eagles on their toes here tonight. They're playing aggressively, more aggressive than I've seen the Eagles play in quite a while. It's been exciting to watch. Been very energetic.
They want this to be a statement game.
Absolutely.
After getting, with the rollout that we're looking at with freshmen and JV and how those games went, it needs to be a statement victory for the Eagles to keep a pride from this night. For Lafayette,
I mean, if the Eagles win this game here tonight, let's be honest, we're never going to let Lafayette live it down.
if Lafayette beats us in this, they've successfully they've cleaned us out on home territory.
If Lafayette loses tonight, I'm immediately texting my friend who goes there and calling him a loser, even though he doesn't play basketball.
So it's both teams definitely have something to want from this game.
I mean, they're both fighting for something here.
Yeah.
It's called pride.
Pride
Liberty wants their
and-
pride back after losing, and Lafayette doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
As we get ready for, I believe, Liberty ball, 45 seconds left, and we'll switch you guys over to the top view camera now.
It is bound to be energetic, aggressive, and hopefully a clean game. But as the time continues to tick down, it might not be so much. Already, a couple of fouls for shoving and,
Been a very aggressive
general
game, but I mean,
discrepancy.
it's how basketball is.
It is how
You
basketball
don't think
is.
of basketball as a crazy physical contact game, but let's be honest, it can be and it is sometimes.
You've got
As Lafayette's guys out there right now, you have Drew Pickering, Nolan Savoy, Josh Pitney, Austin, Drew Osterman, and of course, who else but Brady Misek.
very
Andrew Badra will get the ball to start. Tyler Cook out there along with Van Kozlowski,
an offensive.
Mason Meyer and Ty Nickerson. Sorry about that, Wesley. Keep
No,
going.
you're good. An offensive leaning lineup for Lafayette. We're looking to see some points on the board.
Absolutely, Kozlowski over to Nickerson. Nickerson fakes out Nolan Savoy. Pass to Van Kozlowski now. Moving around the key is Liberty's offense over to Mason Meyer. Coach giving out the shooter call about Mason Meyer. He goes up for 2. It bounces out. Drew Pickerman with it.
Unlucky.
Charging down court. Can feel the thumping in our chair as Pitney goes up for two. He's got it. Good layup.
There's the aggression we were lacking
Lafayette's
last half.
fighting back. Lafayette's fighting back. Tyler Cook now. It's knocked out by Drew Osterman. Drew Osterman's going to win the foot race. He goes up for two. And the rebound by Savoy is good. 31-26.
Soderman unhappy with the lack of call there.
Both coaches have had shared frustrations with calls this game so far. Ty Nickerson moving in there aggressively. Has something on his finger. I think he might be hurt. Saw something about that the other night against Zumwalt West. Pass to Meyer. Meyer, good pass to Kozlowski. Kozlowski up for two. That'll be Liberty's first score of the half. 33-26, trying to maintain a big lead here. They've got to keep the gears turning.
Both teams really have their highest offensive leaning sides going up against each other. So on the defensive side of things, there's a little bit lacking.
Well, of course, you're trying to put on points here. You can't have the guys who play defense. Of course, it's always nice to have at least one out there. Badra picks it off. Charges down court. Beats Brady Misek in the foot race to the edge of the wing. Good pass over to Ty Nickerson. Ty Nickerson to Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook to Kozlowski. Kozlowski up. And that is a great draw of a call. As Kozlowski will get two shots here.
Kozlowski.
Kozlowski.
He's got really good percentage when it comes to free throws. He's made 12 out of 16. He's got 75% going towards him. He's not someone to miss.
Absolutely, as he'll drain the first one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The second shot, the arena's silent. Drained. Could have heard a pin drop on that shot. Liberty up 35-26, back to their original lead of 9 they had when they started the half. You can hear the defense chant starting back up between the bench and the student section. Tonight's whiteout game. Go check out the Instagram. See all of that on there. Nolan Savoy up the middle, goes for two. It bounces out straight to Mason Meyer. Mason to Cook. To Badra. Badra, deep shot for three. It's in! Liberty up 38-26. Good shot from Badra. Wow.
Making great usage of opportunity. Something that opponents' teams we've seen lacking. Eagles have not have a problem with that most of the season.
Absolutely, as Josh Pitney goes up, but no good, and that'll be a couple of shots for him by the looks of things. He gets himself two shots here. Tyler Cook not sure what happened. And the first shot by Josh Pitney is missed. Something you don't see. Not something you see often, someone missing a free throw.
No.
Second shot in for one. 38-27, Liberty up, 5:25 left. Pitney off the court. And Otis Goldcamp on. I think that's who that is. That's what it is on my roster, so that's what we're going to call him. Tyler Cook playing aggressively. Meyer, the shooter, pushes up, passes, deflected out of bounds and into the student section. Andrew Badra will get the ball. Making the call here. Coach Soderman giving in and letting Badra run the play. He knows what he wants. Van Kozlowski with the ball now over to Mason Meyer. Meyer with a beautiful shot from downtown. It's no good. Drew Pickering will grab the rebound. Osterman with it now. Osterman looking for somebody. Over to a wide open Nolan Savoy. Over to an even wider open Brady Misek.
Savoy's got a lot of points, 96, but he's
to Osterman, double teamed, wide open Misek.
He's making less than 40% of his field goals.
Wow.
So his accuracy.
Over to a wide open Goldcamp. No good, it hits off the board.
It's just
the side of the board. That's impressive.
It's just not there. I mean,
in a bad way. 38-27, Liberty up by 11. Tyler Cook moving around the key. Ty Nickerson goes up for 2. Runs straight through number 2, Brady Misek.
Definitely a team to get opportunities and not make advantage of them. I mean, just kind of going down the line here, we've got 38 out of 101 attempts for Savoy. And so it's I mean, just kind of down the line, it's, you know, percentage-wise, it's 50 and below for the entire team.
I think it's what you call an excess amount of opportunity, right? They shoot a lot, but they don't make a lot.
It's a good...
As Nolan Savoy comes off the court in exchange for Vardaman.
It's a good strategy, accuracy by volume.
Nickerson, 40 on the board for your Eagles, 27 for your visiting Lafayette Lancers. The defense chants getting even louder now. Tyler Cook playing good defense here. Good coverage. Drew Pickerman was wide open though. Pickering over to number 5. Otis Goldcamp up for 2 is Osterman. And he'll have it. Tyler Cook, hard pass to Ty Nickerson. Excuse me. Looking for an open man. Has one in Badra. Badra getting covered well by Goldcamp. Over to Landon Johnson, who's been subbed in. Johnson moving quickly around the key over to Mason Meyer. A good shooter again. He fumbles with the ball a little bit. It's Brady Misek playing aggressive defense. Over to Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Mason.
They still have a good set of strong players on the court right now, but again, another thing that I've noticed is they're throwing in players that, you know, don't necessarily haven't been on the court a whole lot.
Duran Smith goes in for Badra. Badra frustrated, he's getting pulled out, but he needs a break. I think he actually knows that too. As Turan back over to Johnson, and it'll be straight to Mason Meyer. Over to Tyler Cook, back to Turan. Is Turan gonna shoot? No, but Ty Nickerson will for 2. It's good! 42-29, Liberty up.
Turan Smith is another one of those players who is strong in a team setting. He's able to play where he needs to be. He's great at working. He may not be scoring all the time, but he's able to take advantage of opportunity.
Vaderman, no good with his shot. Ty Nickerson over to Tyler Cook. Cook back to Nickerson. Nickerson getting covered by Pickering. Nickerson to Cook. Cook to Johnson. Johnson getting covered by Vardaman. Over to Nickerson. Nickerson had 2 last time. Goes to Johnson. Johnson up for 2. It bounces out. Drew Pickering. Playing well.
Yeah, he is.
Drew
He is a good player, fantastic player. Number 1 on their team, I believe, number 15.
Yes, he is. The best shooters. Tyler Cook's now got the ball. Won't win the foot race down the other side of the court. No breakaway, but a good shot from Meyer. Bounces out. Landon Johnson with the rebound. Over to Ty Nickerson. Over to Tyler Cook, who juked out his own teammate on the pass. That'll be Lafayette's ball.
While Liberty may not have the team dynamic that Lafayette does, where they're giving the majority of shots to a wider range of people, Liberty has a team dynamic where you have a large presence on the court scoring the most. You have Badra, you have Nickerson, you have Meyer scoring 259, 130, 106. But the rest of the team, when the opportunity presents itself, is perfectly capable of scoring.
I couldn't have said it better myself. They play it so well as a team. Pickering up for 2, no good. Nickerson with the ball now, charging down court. Fakes out Pickering. Over to Karan Price, who's in the game now. Price goes up for the pass over to Johnson. Johnson to Meyer. Is Meyer going to take the shot? He's not. Meyer now to Johnson. And it's grabbed by Drew Osterman, who is knocked on the ground under his own power. Mason Meyer with the ball now. Goes out to Ty Nickerson. Ty Nickerson for 3! No good. Badger showing some frustration. He's getting ready to go in on the next break in the play. And that'll be it. And the shot was no good from Osterman anyways.
Time's getting low in the third period. The score's still 42-29. Still a convincing lead for the Eagles at this point. as the game starts to not wind down, but start getting into its latency stages.
I'd say it's
And
kicking into high gear, Wesley. 'cause
It's
getting
definitely
aggressive.
getting more aggressive, but it's not getting closer.
This is fair. Terrible pass. Goes absolutely nowhere. Moving backwards there. Oh, there's Goldcamp. Back over to number 4, Vardaman. Vardaman to Osterman. Osterman back to Goldcamp.
And you can be as aggressive as you want, but if you're not able,
And Goldcamp throws it right out of bounds.
just another one.
Sorry, that is Myers, not Goldcamp. It's been
Another play made in frustration
roster
that is.
was incorrect. That is Cooper Myers. My sincere apologies. My roster was incorrect.
That's digging a hole for Lafayette that they're going to struggle more and more to recover from. As
Myers to Vardaman. Vardaman, sorry, to Osterman. Osterman to number 32. Jeffries. Jeffries to Vardaman. Vardaman. Vardaman to Jeffries for 2. No good. Clock stops. 33 seconds remain.
just kind of to recap real quick, it's been a close game within 20 points. No team has really taken a lead that is unrecoverable. But as we start to like wind down with the time and time becomes shorter and shorter, Lafayette gets more aggressive. They start making harder plays. They start pushing for more, and they're making more and more mistakes. Fumbles are happening. They're making bad passes, and you can be as aggressive as you want in the world, but if you can't get something out of it, you're just wasting energy at that point.
As Lafayette finally hits 30 on the scoreboard, 42-30 after the free throw. One more from number 32, Derek Jeffries. It's good. Van Kozlowski with the ball now. 33 seconds remain. Play will start. Derek Jeffries on the shooter, Mason Myers. They just call him shooter. They don't have his name. I wouldn't either. As number 3 comes into the game for them. Number three.
Cook is playing exceptional this game. Great ball handling skills.
Number 3, Timothy Washington in the game now on offense. It's Derek Jeffries with the ball now. Mason Myers unable to stop it. As Timothy Washington goes up for 2. Timmy's got himself 2 there. 6 seconds left. Over to Badra. Badra, the buzzer beater, off the top of the board. What a start to the second half, ladies and gentlemen, as we come back to our little desk camera now. Been an aggressive second half start here. 42-33, Liberty up by 9. The exact same score they were up by when we came into half. As there's a child crawling across the floor on the other side of the court. He's standing now.
I mean, Lafayette, fantastic team. They're playing the hardest teams you really can within our district. But I'm not seeing that team right now, right? I'm looking at a team that is aggressive, great on defense when they have the right players on, and willing to adapt, but not able to finish.
As Bear Grylls once said, adapt, overcome, and survive. And so far, they've only been able to adapt, not overcome, nor survive, as they are still down by 9 with 8 minutes of play remaining. Let's see how this goes as we begin the resumption of play. Liberty will be playing some defense to start here. Timothy Washington will get the ball.
Another very strong offensive back team coming out for Liberty. They've been playing a lot this game, and they have no wear on their faces. They're ready for more. They're ready to keep this lead. They want this to be a statement.
Oh, absolutely. As Myers passes over to Jeffries. Jeffries back to Myers. Myers over to Tran, who's back in the game. Over to Jeffries. Jeffries 2. Who was that? I don't know. Number 40, Boyette. Over to Van Kozlowski. Kozlowski, a big guy. Over to Cook. Cook to Badra, to Meyer for 3 from the wing. That's in. 45-35. The Eagles up by 10.
The Eagles fan section, I don't believe any is older than the age of 12, is very energetic.
They're sitting on the
Yes,
not
they are.
student side. They're sitting on the visitor side, which I love for them. As Drew Pickering will get ready to come back into the game. Tyler Cook playing one-on-one there with Derek Jeffries. Mason Meyer with Timothy Washington. Washington to Boyette. Boyette over to Jeffries. Jeffries to Boyette. Boyette, a big guy. Over to Timothy Washington. Washington's got nothing. To Myers, it's out. Boyette for the rebound. Has nothing. As play pauses with 6:46 already left.
Well, what are we looking at, Mason? Because from what I'm seeing, not a whole lot.
Not much going here other than a call against Van Kozlowski.
Just aggressive start. Looking for players, and that's really about it.
Derek Jeffries over to Timothy Washington.
Eagles playing exceptionally well on the defensive side of things, something that they have been lacking in the past.
Couldn't agree more, Wesley. Said it well. Over to Timothy Washington. Washington being covered by Mason Myers. Mason Myers now switching over to Boyette. Boyette to Pickering, who's in the game now. He's getting double teamed. Badra picks off the pass. Has himself a nice little jog down the floor. What's he going to do here? He's going to hold on to it. And he's going to bounce pass over to Van Kozlowski. Kozlowski going to set a screen for Badra. He's getting covered by Myers. Badra over to Mason Meyer on the wing. He's got himself another three. 48-35, Liberty up by 13. 5:50 left in play.
Dare I say it, I think this is the best we've seen the Eagles play as a team. Individually, many of them are fantastic, but as a team, I think this is the best dynamic we've seen from them.
I couldn't agree
all
more.
Season.
Couldn't agree more, Wesley. And that'll be a penalty on number.
It seems as Lafayette gets more aggressive, more angry. The Eagles are just kind of.
Eagles are doing the same thing, getting penalties called on them.
They're just having fun. You're not looking to see.
Landon
stress.
Johnson going in. Van Kozlowski coming out for Teran Smith. The throw-in from number 2, Brady Misek back in the game over to Osterman. Osterman to Pickerson. Pickering over to Savoy, who's also back into the game.
Johnson's had a good year so far. 43 points, not exactly the highest, but just overall 50%, 48, 57, 100%.
Savoy for 3! No good.
He's made 100% of the three-pointers or the 3 field goal that he shot. Yes, he's only attempted 1, but still. I mean, just overall, not a bad set of stats to have on a team like the Eagles, where opportunity is slim, but the whole team works together to get points.
I do agree as Boyette passes to Savoy. Savoy to Misek. Misek. Over to number 1, Osterman. Osterman for 2. No good. Pickering on the rebound. Nothing. Badra gets the rebound this time. Over to Tyler Cook. Cook down court to Badra. Badra fakes the 3, goes for the layup. He's got it. 2 more for the Eagles. 50-35, your Liberty Eagles.
I mean, where's the response from Lafayette is all I can ask. Because, I mean, there really isn't anything for it. Lafayette is a very strong team.
Badra makes his shot.
But
51-35, Liberty on top.
I'm unfortunately just not seeing it from him. It's been a great game.
Something with Lafayette just hasn't clicked this evening, and that sucks to say with such a competitive and good team. But so far tonight, it just hasn't been there. There's no spark, there's no flame. Savoy for 2! It's in! Lafayette scores for the first time, I believe, this quarter.
I do believe you're correct.
This timeout is called. Can you check with them? As we come back here, I'm gonna have Wesley check with them to see how many times Lafayette scored this quarter, because I think that was their first point. As a player runs up to our table and taps it. Interesting.
According to our scorekeepers, Lafayette has scored twice this quarter.
And Liberty's put up 20 this quarter?
It's definitely been
Liberty's been on fire
consistent
so far this game.
So,
and let's hope they can keep it for this next 4.5 minutes to get us another Liberty Eagles victory.
Just to prove why we're saying that we're kind of disappointed in Lafayette's performance, just as a team, they're really solid. 148, 105, 96, 88, 68, 67. That's top 6. Statistically, they're better than the Eagles nigh on every front, maybe except accuracy. But just points-wise, opportunities that they're giving themselves in past games is bottom to top, like floor wiping. And we're just not seeing it from them.
Absolutely, as Badra has the ball now. Moving down court, getting covered by Brady Misek. Badra getting two-man over to Ty Nickerson, over to Tyler Cook. And it was almost down on Lafayette, but they're playing a little more aggressively here. That's the flame and fire we were looking for. As they'll miss that shot, and Andrew Badra will have it. Ethan Tran playing a little aggressively there around Badra.
A beautiful play from
Ty Nickerson's wide open. He still is. He goes to the pass to Johnson. Johnson up for 2. The rebound is on Lafayette. What's the call?
Fantastic grab and throw by Lafayette there.
Beautiful.
He dashed for it, hit the court, had out of his hands by the time he hit the ground. Fantastic. And great rebound recovery.
Absolutely, as Landon Johnson goes in for his first free throw. Swish! He's got his first one. Liberty up 52-37.
We've been looking for a spark.
Oh.
They've gotten their eyes.
Did you see that face Osterman just made? He's hurt. Something's hurting. Something's not working for him right now. That's not good. He looks exhausted. Johnson will take his second shot. It's good. 53-37.
Johnson is not one to miss his free throws. He's made 12 out of his 21 that he's attempted. That's 57%.
And that's a swish from Brady Misek. 53-40. Liberty up by 13. That's a timeout called. See what they're going to here. That'll be a full timeout. It'll be a minute long, as the time is now reaching the 8:30 hour. And Myers and Tran will go in.
Well, Mason, it's been a great game so far. It's been aggressive. It's been pretty clean overall. Points are definitely being made. Opportunities are being compounded on. But it's
absolutely shameless plug for Liberty Publications here real quick. Thanks for the opportunity. Our editor Braden get in here for just a second, say hi to the people. You guys don't get to see him very often, but here he is. And then up behind there, right there, that's Will Nolan working the, wait, I got to point in the right direction, about right under my thumb. That's Will Nolan working the camera for us. He's got an AirPod in. He can't see or hear anything we're doing. But I shouted him out. Can't say I didn't. It's on camera.
When he doesn't watch this video later, he'll smile.
He sure will. As play resumes, your Eagles, it's Cook, Myers, Badra, Nickerson, and Johnson. For the Lancers, it's Myers, Osterman, Misek, Tran, and Pitney. Cook to Badra. Wow, Lafayette's playing aggressively. And Drew Osterman is thrown to the ground by Badra.
Something I've noticed from Lafayette.
And that's a foul on Lafayette.
Something I've noticed from Lafayette where they are putting in 2 or 3 players that I really am not seeing stats for. Guys that really haven't had the greatest amount of play time, even as they're down.
Deep ball to Mason Meyer. He's got it.
Down by 13.
Getting covered by 2 here. Badra over to Cook.
Ooh. With 3 minutes and 30 left.
Cook jukes out Misek. Misek still covering Cook even though he hasn't got the ball anymore. Landon Johnson to Ty Nickerson for 3. He's got it. 55-40. Liberty on top.
56-40.
56,
3 minutes
my apologies.
And 10 seconds left.
16-point difference here.
We need a response.
We need more for Liberty here tonight. Ethan Tran with the ball now out to Pitney. Out to Osterman. Osterman has nothing on the layup. Over to Cook. Cook couldn't pass to Landon Johnson. Landon Johnson, Ty Nickerson. Nickerson decides not to shoot. Maybe a smart choice there, as he might not have had it. If you're not sure, I wouldn't go for it. Nickerson to Tyler Cook from the wing. He doesn't shoot. Over to Mason Meyer.
As Ethan Tran.
That'll be a travel on Meyer as he gets the windmill layup, but it doesn't count. That sucks.
As number 23, Ethan Tran, is yelled at by their coach to ensure that he's covering Badra. They've recognized the threat he poses, and it doesn't matter. They have someone covering him 24/7, and points are still being attempted. And had that not been called, or had that not been a travel, scored.
Absolutely. Savoy goes for three from downtown. Has no good. Badra gets the ball, holds on. And that'll be an Eagles ball.
Which is not unlike, I mean, statistically here, just from a stats perspective, for a team that is making as many points as Lafayette is, they're struggling on the 3 points. 20, 25, 24, 29. They're not great stats.
Tyler Cook got Badra on the open man. Tyler Cook has nobody on him. Moving down court. Picked up by Osterman.
Fantastic.
Osterman and Badra one-on-one. And he slams Badra down. The emotions raining high. The points there don't count. It's a foul on Osterman playing too aggressively. As Vardaman will go in now.
Before that play, it was a fantastic grab and run by Osterman, definitely showing that they're good on
wasted
individual
opportunity.
dynamic. It wasted.
Because
exactly.
he's fed up. He's got emotions running high, and he's letting it get the best of him. He's getting fed up. Good pass to Badra. Vardaman jumps too early. Good pass to Tyler Cook, a bit low. But he shovels one to Nickerson. Nickerson's got himself nothing. Oh, no! He comes down with the ball. It's thrown out of his hands by Pickering. Pickering to Savoy. Savoy hauling down court. Up for two! Nothing, and Badra's on the ground yet again.
In a game dominated by accuracy, you cannot try and gain the most points possible by attempting the most shots. I understand that sounds convoluted, but if you're not accurate, it doesn't matter if you take 150 shots if you're only making 10 of them.
Correct, as Nolan Savoy will get his first free throw of the game, and it's no good.
And it doesn't help when
they've made like 4 free throws this entire game, and they've had
not
so
even
many
that.
opportunities.
Just attempts that are being made that are being shut down by emotional plays.
Couldn't agree more, as Nolan Savoy will get his second of 2 here. See if he can make this one, bring the lead down to 15 for
which is
the Lancers, who
odd.
have a minute and 52 to come back here.
Just odd,
and it'll be in.
Because they 68, 50, 70, 73, 72. Those are all percents on what they're making for free throws. So they're
Good pass
not
to Meyer.
inaccurate.
Junior dominated. Full timeout for Coach Soderman there. He'll come back to us. Welcome back. Wow.
Wow is the best way to describe that. Like you said, maybe 4 free throws, but I don't understand what team we're watching right now.
It's not the Lancers that we know. It's not the team we played earlier this year in that CBC tournament.
When you're making 72% of your free throws and then you go up and you miss all of them, something is wrong with the team dynamic. They're playing like we watched the Eagles play, and that doesn't function for them. They're trying to get individual scores, attempts to score, and it's not going through. They're a great team at letting everyone get a shot, because when everybody gets a shot, it's accuracy by volume. You're bound to hit something eventually, and they do.
Absolutely, as a number 10 will go in for the Lafayette Lancers, and that is who? I don't know. Coleman Watson. He's gotten 3 games this year, has 2 points. A singular field goal made is all he's got so far this year.
A lot of players that we're not seeing a lot of stats.
Oh, Tyler Cook is hauling down the court here now. Over to Badra. Badra throws it at somebody's feet. That's not allowed in Foursquare, but we're playing basketball, so I don't know what that was.
Kicking of some sort. I mean,
as you can hear the coaches screaming a timeout again from Soderman, trying to keep his team rested, I think is what he's doing here.
When your team can, when it falls out, and your team is able to get 108 attempts, 99 attempts, 101 attempts, and they're hitting 50% of them.
Less than 50% of shots probably made here for the Lancers tonight. We're looking into getting something that'll help us keep track of points a little better, so we can give you more accurate updates on scores. Who scored this quarter, that quarter, who's got this many points in a game.
I'm excited for it.
We're working towards it. It'll be exciting. But as of right now,
We can
not
guess.
looking great. Yeah, we can guess, but let's be honest. An estimated guess from us is not educated, so
Take it with like half a pound of salt and
wouldn't really call it a grain as play will resume.
uh,
So we get rolling here. Tyler Cook to Mason Meyer.
feel like
Meyer to the top of the key to half-court line. Over to Badra. Badra lands on top of the ball. Liberty's ball.
I feel like if we switched the uniforms on the players, the Eagles would be playing exactly like they have, with allowing certain people to take attempts. And we would see Lafayette, or we would see
And the ball is thrown at the Lafayette JV coach.
we'd see the Eagles playing like Lafayette, because that's what they're doing. They basically have switched play styles.
Absolutely. Not Washington. Who is this? Coleman Watson with the ball over to Timothy Washington. Washington for three. No good. As Ty Nickerson's got it now. On the rebound. Lafayette playing really good defense here now in the latter half of this game. Almost under a minute left.
Yeah, we're at double digits at this point, and
Well, we're getting there
oh,
for
we're
sure.
almost
a minute,
there.
A minute on the dot left.
And when it's
As Caden Thornton and Michael Buckley, and who's that? That is who I thought it was. And words are failing me.
Lafayette certainly has not played poorly in any sense. They're
Clayton
still
Johnson's getting in. Sorry about that.
they're still within range of the Eagles. The time does not allow for it, basically at this point. But 56-41, it's not a
If the
blowout.
Eagles get at least 2 stops here, I would say it's a pretty well-rounded victory.
It is. It is certainly a hard-earned and well-rounded victory.
Caden Thornton looking for an open man, has it in Clayton Johnson. Johnson, number 42. Oh, straight to Coleman Watson. To Timothy Washington. Washington denied by Karan Price, the sophomore. Out to number 12, Jackson Law. Law to Tran. Tran up for 2. He's got it. 41 seconds left. Clock is ticking. 43-56, down by 13 are the Lancers.
Hey, so when I called up the stats, you gave me a look about it. All right, fine. Karan is someone that is not known to miss free throws. He's made 6 out of 6 of his attempts.
He's not. No. He can't do that at all. No, definitely not. He's probably terrible at that. But Caden Thornton, let's see how this man shoots. Beautiful. I was at the varsity practice the other night. I mean, the guys talking about this, because I brought it up to all of them about how this game was going. Talked about 8 of them. All of them so excited, so ready to get back at Lafayette for that loss. And then, of course, I talked to Coach Soderman just before the game, and he was so ready. I asked him how the mood was, what's the vibe, how are the guys doing? And they were ready to fight.
It's
Ready
it's-
to fight.
When the vibe of the team is energetic, they're excited about the game, but they're not overconfident. It's the best we see out of the Eagles as a whole.
These boys are so good at staying humble. It's something that is truly admirable. As Jackson Law goes up for 2 and has it 57-45.
Well,
Caden Thornton with 15 seconds left over to Buckley. Buckley back to Thornton. Thornton,
we are down to the single
Turan.
digits.
7 seconds. And there's a black 22 has a penalty on him.
57-45.
Turan will get 2 shots here. Isn't that nice? Maybe looking to put up 60 this game would be the Eagles. That'd be impressive. In just their second game back, the boys are ready to be playing again from what I heard. Turan makes the first shot. Beautiful. 5 seconds remain here on the clock. Ready for an Eagles victory here tonight.
It's been a well-rounded game. Both have performed
The second shot is good.
admirably.
5 seconds remain.
As
3, 2, 1. The buzzer beater is no good, and the Eagles have their second victory of the week and get revenge on Lafayette here tonight. Good game all around.
Fantastic
Close game all around.
great to watch.
14-point difference. Like I said at the start, it's going to come down to 1 to 2 stops, and that's exactly what happened. isn't it?
Mistakes won the game for the Eagles. It lost the games for Lafayette. We've seen it before. It happens to all teams. It doesn't matter
Exactly.
what sport. Overconfidence, humility, it's the deciding factor of the game. But overall, great game.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Mason Molitor, and that is
Wesley Barlow. See you guys later.
See you guys.